left any country untouched. He's one person who always have liked to build rapport with the last person in the team. We've been hearing for a lot of times, yes, he's one of them who actually has been there. Doesn't believe in giving up at all. What the impression I got for the first time when I met, I remember, the most energetic and magnetic personality you will find on the screen today. And coming from his experience, if we listen properly, as he likes to, if we are seeking, he may talk straight and we can learn a lot. As he can address any number of crowd, a large crowd and one-to-one with that ease as well. This is how I know him. So yes, he's my working upline and the core believer of working with transparency. That's one thing that I have been learning, which many teams would be going ups and downs for. But he works with transparency, whatever it takes. And also supports at the ground level and sets the example of talking the walk and walking the talk. So it's complete privilege for me because he's there and held my hand whenever I wanted to reach to him. So I want to take up this opportunity of this forum and sharing my gratitude to my working upline, who we all fondly know as AW. So I just feel so privileged and want to share my heartfelt gratitude to my working upline today, who is none other than Ashish Wadhwa, who held my hand when I needed the most, and he's been there. Let's welcome him from heart and listen whatever his experience can give him. It's working for me, it's working for a lot of us, and we all love you, Ashish, AW.
शमशीर कर हर मैदान फतेह बंदिया कर हर मैदान फतेह घायल परिंदा है तू दिखला दे जिंदा है तू बाकी है तुझ में हौसला तेरे जुनू के आगे अंबर पनाहे मांगे कर डाले तू जो फैसला
रूठी तकदीरें तो क्या टूटी शमशीरें तो क्या टूटी शमशीरों से ही हो कर हर मैदान फतेह कर हर मैदान फतेह कर हर मैदान फतेह रे बंदे हर मैदान फतेह
कर हर मैदान फतेह कर हर मैदान फतेह कर हर मैदान फतेह।
Oh my God, what a beautiful song. Thank you so much. Can you all hear me? Thank you. Thank you, Gita, for such a good to see you back on screen. And a small correction. I've not left every market. Yeah, I don't intend on leaving any market. That's a correct statement, but I haven't reached every market. So yeah, but I am getting there. Thank you. And, Gita has always also stood by You know, a lot of people say that uplines haath chhod dete hain, uplines leave your hand, but also downlines leave your hand. So she stuck around, and I think awesome Gita for sticking around and believing. And you know, thank you for this lovely introduction. So how are you all? Kya haal hai? All good? I know you can't unmute yourself, so you'll have to show your energy like that, and that's fine. You know, if the energy is there, it will get transferred. So you don't have to. Okay. So I am generally like, you know, known for this person who's super energetic. So I've been told ki thoda aaram se baat karo, talk calmly. So I'm going to try and hold up my energy because I've just returned from QSP Bangalore. So, you know, imagine an energy bunny already is got supercharged and then you put double charge on it. So kya hoga? So you can imagine, right? So how many of you were there for Bangalore? You know what I'm talking about. Some of you I danced with. I remember Prasanna and his wife and many of the others. Of course, the team was there, but I don't remember names. But Sulekha, I think you were there, your teams, you know, so many. I'm sorry, I can't take everyone's name because, you know, Bibuda. Yes, I remember that dance of yours. So for people who missed, you missed, I guess you can't do much about it, but you know, we had a lot of fun and great. So how many people just started today? Let me just have a screen. I was just, okay, Jay Mohanji, you just started. I've seen you before. How many of you just started today? First day, Sovik. Okay, welcome. Who else? Okay, I think a couple of them are there who are shy to raise their hand. Let me just go around the screen. Okay, how many people less than 6 months? Wonderful. You know, I'm very excited to talk to all of you. I mean, I'm also excited to talk to people who are older than 6 months. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, VP Sachin always says that the people who are in 6 months are very crucial because they're going to be the next leadership. Yes or no? Are you going to be the next leadership? So I'm going to talk to you, and people who are older, you know, I think there are many people who are listening up to me who I have learned from. So I don't know whether I can contribute back to your life, but if I can, I'll try my best to share my journey and something that my upline has asked me to share, which I feel is very, very critical because you know, we are nearing our lovely event. You all know about it. So I won't talk about it right now, but you all know what I'm talking about. So something is very, very crucial in our business, and I'm going to talk about that. But can I focus on, can I talk straight? I think Gita did mention, but, you know, I have to take your permission because it can hurt. Actually, it won't. It's a very simple thing that I'm going to talk about. And today, if you are really here, I promise you, I'll try and reach to your screen, to your heart. Okay, that's my promise I took today, that I'll try to deliver this responsibility that my upline felt I can. So if he feels I can, that means maybe there is something that I can, right? So let me try. So when I started, I mean, I started like about 8+ years ago, and I was a hot zone. How many of you know that? I think many of you have heard my journey, right? So I'm not going to bore you with my journey, but I started as a hot zone, and it's all thanks to my sister. Gratitude to her. Guys, give me some energy. Yeah. So, you know, it feels great to be here to take the system, but phatti bhi hai, yeah? Pardon my language, but dar bhi lagta hai, you know? So for people who think we are some pro speakers, we are not. Let me tell you, I'm not, at least, you know. And so, yeah, all gratitude to my upline, my referrer, Surbi Wadhwa, who got me in this business, my dear sister. So I was a hot zone. So how many of you are hot zone? Or at least whatever zone you are, you did not know much. So I did not know anything. I bought a watch. I liked watches. and I bought a watch, which I shouldn't have because I bought a lady's watch, but I bought that because it had diamonds, because I thought I could sell it, at least get half the money back. So, I will share that journey later, but I started just like that. But deep down, when I actually took a mental decision, so that was the physical start, paisa lagana, buy a product. You all know the business. I hope people who just started, Saurabh and others were 6 months, you at least know our business. To be a part of the business, all right, to be able to have the rights to promote this business and the products and the services, all right, you have to be a product of a product. So you have to buy a product. So I believe all of you have done that, right? And some of you must have got the delivery. Some of you may be waiting for your delivery eagerly. Mera ghadi kab aayega? And there's some beautiful watches that I am still wanting, which I don't have. I've got about 11 now from the portal, but I want more. So, a lot of people are collectors of watches. I don't know whether you're here. I'm a collector of QNet watches also. Okay. So anyway, so when I took a mental decision, I realized today now when I look back, I crossed, a lot of barriers. How many of you know that whenever you start any journey, it is never going to be a smooth ride? It's not going to be like, hum nikle, or fir raaste mein traffic bhi nahi mila, and then we just went and we reached. How boring, firstly, how boring a journey. But let's say you wanted that, whether you live in Delhi, if you especially live in Mumbai. So by the way, another correction, I've moved to Bombay, not Delhi. So I don't know how people live there, but they do. The energy is beautiful. I think it's growing on to me. After college, when I did hotel management from Bombay, Dada Catering. After that, I'm now moving to Bombay. So, there's literally, whether it's the entrance door to the IKEA, there is also somebody staying there. Like, somebody's made a house there and he's staying there. So there's no place, but how beautiful that energy is of that city. So whether you live in Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, whether you're in UK, wherever you are living in, the fact of the matter is that either you'll have traffic or you'll have some sort of obstacle. Yes or no? Or let's say you decide to go to Canada, which was one of my other old things, ki Canada chalte. How many of you have taken that plan? Bus is going to Canada, let's go. No offense, but like I had filled that form many times. Okay. So whatever decision you took, yeah, I can see Chirag there. He's gone to Australia. Canada jate jate Australia chala gaya. I'm just kidding. Okay, so many of us, whenever we've taken a chance, so I took that step when I moved to Dubai 12 years ago, and it was not an easy ride. I didn't have a job. I had to look for it and all of that. But I'm not here to bore you with my life of how I got started. I think what I want to share critically is today what you will go through. And if you can go through, if you can understand this, and if you listen to it from your heart, you'll be able to help others also who come into your team. So whether you're new and you don't have a downline, or you've just started, or you've been in the system for a few months or for a few years, but you don't have a team, but you want a team, this is going to help you, because this really, really helped me. So I'm not going to give you any gyan. I'm going to go straight and tell you what we need to do and what helped me. Is that a deal? Yeah. So there are about 5-6 steps, actually not steps, they're like stages. Okay. Now, many of you know what I'm going to talk about, but that's not my topic, but I'm going to a little bit throw light on what we start with and where we go and what happens through the journey and how we can actually tackle. So the first stage, that if you are new or whether you have not been able to do anything, is the acceptance stage. Okay. I feel I spent some time because I was judging. Okay. I think I shared in my last system that I don't think there's anybody or anything that I have not judged. Even the person who's made VTube videos on what I'm going to talk about, I've judged him. Okay. So I hope he forgives me. I've judged VP Sachin Gupta, I've judged VP Dev, I've judged VP Sharfun, I've judged Sandeep, I've judged everybody. So I'm sorry. I today take this opportunity. I've judged my own sister. I've judged everybody. So I want to apologize today. Also use this opportunity to reach out and say that, listen, I'm sorry I judged you, but what can I do? I was in the acceptance stage. I did not, somebody comes and tells you, ye to bhai itne bade hai, they've done something in the business, and you can't just suddenly say, sure. Yes or no? How many of you like, उसने बोला और मैंने मान लिया, ऐसे कैसे? मतलब, what was I doing all these years? I was like twiddling my thumb or what? So that stage is a stage where I call it the denial stage. I was in denial. My sister told me, listen, kab tak tu naukri karta rahega? Till when? I can't see you like this. I said, excuse me, what's your problem? You know, I am trying to build up a business. I was trying to open a restaurant. So I said, you know what are you talking about? She's like, no, I can't see you like this. You know, you got to do something. That's why you come. I was in denial. I said, I'm fine. I'm working for an American company. I earn tax-free. I live in Dubai, man. Even today, many people have not reached Dubai, right? I was living there. You hear me, right? So just think from my perspective. मेरे जूते में अपने आप को डालो एक second. Just try and put yourself in my shoes. I used to go to Fujairah for camping, man. Now, many of you don't even know where Fujairah is. Fujairah is one of the Emirates. I used to go to Ras Al Khaimah. I did not know where to. So for me, that was life. And suddenly someone comes and says, hey, listen, you can do something. I was like, okay, I'll do it because you've told me. I've paisa laga diya, I've put money. But I'm not, it's something I'm adding to my life. It's fine. Let's watch. How many of you are at that watching stage? You don't have to tell me, man. You need to know for yourself. Because if this is not the stage you are in, okay, then you definitely have crossed this stage. And if you have not crossed this stage and not in this stage, then that you are again in further denial because you don't know what you're doing. Correct? So I used to love this energy, you know, coffee shop ja rahe, la la la, all this is happening. Saturday night, that time it was Friday system. So Thursday night used to be a party night. For all my brothers and sisters who like to party, Thursday night was perpetual party night. So would finish at 4 a.m. and then suddenly upline would send a message. Upline, tab pata bhi nahi tha who's upline. Okay, but would send a message saying, you know, don't miss the system. I'm like, arey yaar, ye kya paal liya yaar. You know, how many of you felt this? Arey yaar, you know, I barely will wake up. So for people who are listening to me from Dubai or London, you must be cursing me right now. But don't curse me. You'll thank yourself for attending once you become financially free. But I'm just trying to say, at that moment, in the first stage, it is like, oh, yes or no? How many of you feel that? So I used to get a message. Sometimes my upline was so enthused, would say, I am picking you up. And I'm like, matlab yaar, I can come on my own. I can, no, come down quickly, do the, and I was like, what is this rush? Then I started judging also that maybe when they take people for system, they get extra money. It's like, you know, 3 left, 3 right is one, referral commission, maybe event commission also, maybe, because back then we used to pay 10 dirhams, 20 dirhams for the system, right? So I used to be like, oh, maybe there's a percentage of 0.14, 1% wahan bhi hota hoga. So I used to watch who's giving the money and where is the money going. I'm telling you, I've wasted time like this, guys, in this acceptance stage, because I thought I didn't need a business. Forget about QNet, TNet, ANet, doesn't matter what I did not think I needed a business. I thought I was doing very well for myself. I think that, you know, you need to cross very quickly to first accept. So it's okay if you don't accept right now, but continue in the system. One day or the other, you'll realize, okay, maybe you have enough money, but you may need something else. Maybe you need sense of belongingness. Maybe you need, I don't know what you need. I know what I needed. Okay, I was looking to do business, but I did not know whether I was looking to do this business. So for me, you know, business meant something else. And suddenly someone comes and says, maza karenge. You understand? We'll have fun. How can you have fun when you do business? Business is serious. You wear a tie. Right? And suddenly I'm maza karenge. And then I go to a system and people are dancing like this. Today I can dance without music, right? But people are dancing like this. And I'm like, boss, ghadi to theek hai, yahan to phas gaya yaar. It's okay for the watch, but I am gone. They are dancing because they've also made money from my watch. So I spent a lot of time on acceptance. All right. And then when I understood I needed something, I started listening to systems, not judging the systems. I started listening to the speaker. So if you are not listening to me, means you're hearing me, but you're not actually listening, means you are not getting up in the morning, making your notes and saying, Aaj kya milega? That means you're still in the acceptance stage. Okay. Then came the next stage, which is belief. So now I accepted I need a business. So denial se main bahar aa chuka hu. But now I don't know whether this company is good. I don't know whether network marketing is something I want to do. I don't know whether somebody will buy the product. Maine to khareed liya. I have bought it. But will somebody else be able to buy? Is it not too much? What if he doesn't need a watch? What if he doesn't need a travel package? What if he has Mahindra? How many of you have thought like that? So there's this belief in the company struggle, which is the second stage. So you need to check. And then once, obviously, you can read books to understand the magnitude of the industry. You can go to QSPs, which you are trying to think, should I not? All right. Believe me, it is the best thing to do in a long time after pandemic, to take the flight to go to an unknown city. I did not know the roads of Bangalore. I don't know the language. And some of my team and I, we went, and let me tell you, the driver looked like, Pushpa. You've seen that movie Pushpa, right? And then the first thing I did with him was, I said, can you put that, oh mama, that's a new song. I think my team knows, okay, what is that called? There's a song, okay? Oh mama, onta mama. And we played that song and we danced. I didn't know him. I don't think I was prospecting him. I was just generally happy because beautiful weather, new city, empty cup. And then when we went there, oh my God, what speakers and what energy. And now you'll think I'm edifying, but I'm telling you, you should see some of your videos may have me in a black shirt dancing like this. Okay, that was me. Yeah. Abhijit is like, yehi tha wo. Anyway, so second stage is belief, and then when you hear that it's a 180 plus 3%, billion dollar. So firstly, how many of you know how many zeros are there in a billion? I'd be like 6, 7. All right. B for Bombay, not M. US dollar, 80 rupees. Just letting you know, just putting it out there. Okay. Anyway, so when you understand that, the growth of India, when you hear the union minister talk about it, and you are like, yaar, ये तो actual industry. Because I had a bad perception, and we all have perceptions. Let's be honest. We have perception because we've seen one auntie do this business, and auntie, beta, borosel le lo, wo to laga lo. My chacha was, once came, I think, to my parents. The car cleaning equipment is very good. You should buy this. You know which company I'm talking about. And my father, I don't want it. Nahi, tu tere ko pata nahi hai. So I thought this is what I have to do. I have to go and, door to door. And, so again, we don't know a lot because we just started, right? I'm talking to the ones who've emptied their cup. ये अभी नहीं आएगा समझ. जोक ना ये system के बाद टिश करके आएगा. Anyway, so what was I saying? So yeah, so there's a lot of this, belief which I was struggling. So get yourself to whichever event, local, doesn't matter, international, whatever, read books, watch the videos that your uplines have sent you, which you will like, हाँ देखेंगे. वो देख लेना, अच्छी हैं. They're very interesting. That gave me a lot of belief. When I heard we partner Dev, please can we have a round of applause? I was with him yesterday, I think. Yesterday or day before. And man, every time you meet the man, you realize that there's so much more to learn. And, we were talking about inflation and whatnot. Anyway, so I understood the legality part. I understood, oh, actually it's legal, but the regulation is an issue. Oh, that's why India, oh, there were a lot of these moments. You know what I mean? Achha. So the judgment went out of the window, but a realization came into the window. There are a lot of these aha moments. So that happened, and then I was like, okay, wow, I'm like an excited bunny, right? And that's where a lot of us make this mistake and we start talking to people. And I did that too. I was like, ab to main hi main. How many of you have done that? First, you judge the business, judge your upline, judge your efforts. Suddenly, bhai, phod denge. I am going to be V partner straight from अबे यार कहाँ गए, to be partner, yes or no? So there's this quick jump because you suddenly get this belief, and then you don't have knowledge and you pick up the phone or something and you call somebody and he's like, पागल है तू, फंस गया, खुश मत हो, पैसे नहीं आएंगे. And I was like, I called my boss, Kunal Arora, I still remember his name. He had hired me at Xerox. And I told him, bhai, sir, hi bhai tab nahi bolte the. I said, Kunal, you got to see this, you got to left, right, ye, wo, pata nahi kya karke, wo aaj tak sign up nahi ho paya. One of my big bosses is here. I always have gratitude for him to trust me, Mr. Vijay Jaiswal. Okay. I've learned a lot from him also in my corporate days. And, but he didn't. He did not. He said, because I didn't have the knowledge. I did not know what I was talking. I did not know, what is the industry. So there are a lot of these facts and figures, besides products that I don't know. A lot of the knowledge, not on the mechanics, but a lot of the knowledge about how to handle objections, how to handle a conversation. There are a lot of these things, subtle things. And this knowledge, sadly, there is no book to it. You can't say, okay, open network marketing 101, pehla step, dusra step. I mean, there's a lot of process that, our beautiful uplines who I judge, okay, have made for us. Okay, this is our industry, it didn't have any processes. So thanks to smart, educated uplines of ours, okay, they've not only had the hunger, but also had the intellect, okay, to mix the two for us to make our life easy. And they made processes, right? But having said that, okay, this is an area where you have to be. Okay. Now, when you have a lot of knowledge, there's another problem I had. I thought, boss, I am going to go to everybody and now tell them about how big this industry is. Tumhe pata hai, Bollywood plus Hollywood plus Tollywood is equal to $85 billion and our business is 180. He's like, I don't want to know. It's called verbal diarrhea. You become professors and you go and try to tell people about how beautiful it is. It reminds me of my MBA days, by the way. My father spent a lot of money to send me. Parents sent a lot of money. But let me tell you, those MBA professors were trying to teach me business in a closed school, in a closed room for 90 minutes. How can you learn business like that? Usko khud hi nahi malum hai ki wo kya hota hai. He's teaching me from a book. Okay, open Kotler. And let's talk about push marketing and pull marketing. Arey Baba, take me to Apple's headquarters and show me how this company who are not even technologically advanced to the level of Android are able to have a $60 billion cash reserve. Take me to that company and show me how they can actually pull you and you go to a select city mall and stand and say, Dena zara 1,40,000 rupees ka ek phone. Can you imagine? How can you teach me that in a classroom? Right. And that's when I realized that, oh, maybe I was being a professor of network marketing. So professors, I'm talking to you. Okay. Let me tell you, people will say, "Arey wo aa gaya. Dekho wo aa gaya." Wo wala nahi. Dekho wo aa gaya nahi. Wo dekho, arey aa gaya yaar. Fir se gyan dega, bhago yaar. So I've been there, done that, and it has not helped me. Let me tell you. Okay. And suddenly knowledge is power, but knowledge doesn't mean you go and shove that knowledge into people's head. And once you have all of that, is the time which comes. So this is, I call it the ABC: acceptance, belief, and knowledge. Once you have this, now this is where the man or woman has to take a decision. So I don't know whether you are at that stage or not. If you are, and that is called ownership. And this is where, you accept that this is my business. Otherwise, people are sitting in a car, but not on the driver's seat. So you are in someone else's business. You're in either your referral's business, you're in your upline's business, you're in VP Sharfun's business. Pata hai, unki team mein unki team mein upar gapni to driver seat pe ho ki nahi? Are you sitting on a driver seat or not? I used to feel pride in saying, you know what? I'm in Dubai. All our uplines live here. I work with Sachin bhai. To log kehte to, what they wanted to say means what they wanted to insinuate was, ukhada kya hai? Matlab, point is, theek hai, you were there, but what have you done? And I used to feel very happy sitting around them and thinking, wah, ab to ho hi jayega. How many of you feel when you are in a great company of an upline, you're like, yes. Okay. Now, the thing is, if you are really seeking, no, even if your upline is not there, you know, let's say your referral died in the business. Okay. If you are seeking, no, you will find somebody, some hand coming and helping you out. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. You've heard that, our upline share that, that is going to happen. Okay. People who are sitting older in vintage, some of people I've learned from, some of very senior leaders who are listening. Don't you agree that so many teams we know where the referrer went and the whole team collapsed? Or one upline went and the whole team collapsed. Now, this stage is very, very important stage. Huh? But only if ABC means acceptance, belief, and knowledge is 100%. Are you with me? So my question to you is, if you feel you've crossed this stage, ask yourself, if tomorrow your referee doesn't pick up the phone and say, listen, I am not going to do this business. Thank you so much. I have other things to do, but tu dekh le. You see what you want to do. Are you still going to be here? Don't answer me, ask it. So I'll give you, there are three kind of species, like VP Sachin says, three kind of species which come out at this stage. One is called the leader. Okay. Who's on the driver's seat, who's making his upline run. Who's saying, listen, I have a plan at 7 a.m. before system. Can you do it? And you're like, yaar, वैसे ही system में उठना मुश्किल था. Anyway, it was hard to get up for the system. Now you're telling me 7 a.m. you're going to keep a plan. So it's you who's driving the upline, not the upline driving you. Number one. That doesn't mean he's doing everything, or he's showing plans, he's learning financials, he's taking on more, he's coming to the upline, or she. When I say he is not, doesn't mean man. Okay, so don't women. I mean he and she. Okay, so you know, when they go, it doesn't mean that they are running on their own. No, with a navigator, obviously with their working upline, taking directions. Because this is another thing of so-called leaders, that they feel aa gaya. And I had that problem. I thought, okay, now this is what I have to do, right? Okay, got it, khalas. And I started doing on my own, in my own silo, and then so, you know, a lot of the things you don't know. So even if you're if you feel you know the business, trust me, there's so much more to know, because we're in the business of people. Yes or no? So that is one kind of a species that come out when you take ownership. The other is, I'm sure you've heard, is lovers. Inka best is, they are looking forward to system because dance karne ko milega, because pure hafte, you know, there's a problem. They're only looking forward ki today will the in-service play a different song. They look at this as a satsang. You know, they'll come, they'll talk very nicely about the system, they'll appreciate the speaker. Kya yaar, aapne to aag hi laga di. You know, you are too good. But then after the system, they want their afternoon siesta. You know, they want to rest up a bit. Bhai dekho thak gaye na, sun ke bhi to thak jata hai aadmi. Okay, but can you afford to sleep on the driver's seat? Yeah, Vadodara team, let me ask you, imagine you're driving from Ahmedabad to wherever you want, Mumbai or Goa. Okay, fine. And you're like, I mean, I hope not. I hope you guys don't do that. You can't. But you know why you sleep? Because you're not in your own business, right? And so these are, so you know, do you understand what is outliers? So can you imagine a parabola? Okay, to people who don't know, don't worry. It's like a bell curve. You know a bell curve? Bell curve ka extreme left or extreme right are called outliers. Matlab extreme low. So lovers is taraf hai or leaders is taraf hai, who don't need charge system, they have their own charge. Okay, they have made a decision and they're like, Salah isko karna hai, because they are in acceptance that they don't have anything else. They're in acceptance that they don't want to be where they are. They really believe in their dreams. They're not saying, oh, I have dreams and all. They really believe, right? And then on the other extreme is lovers. And in the middle, which is the middle class of this category, is called leaners. Okay, now you're like, हाँ हमने system में सुना है, but check करो कहीं आप तो नहीं हो. I hope you're not that person. Now, leaner is a person who's leaning. You know, the word leaner shows leaning on the upline. an energetic upline. So the upline is in town, that team is performing. Yeah, hum to phod denge, all that. Team is away, upline is away. Thakur to gayo. When the, upline is not there, why to go today for association? Why to do this? It's best, no, acha hai yaar, he's away. So jate. So any upline who's walking with a hunchback like this, maybe because he's carrying all of those leaners on his shoulder. Okay, so I've been that. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, leader and all that. I was a leaner for a while. I'll be honest with you, because koi hai, somebody is there to push you. But the faster you stay in touch with the leader, no, if you rub shoulders around the right association, you'll slowly and steadily start to inculcate those habits, those thought processes that a leader has. तो संगत है जैसी वैसी है रंगत. So you've heard that? जैसी संगत वैसी रंगत. Who are you associating with on a daily basis is something you need to check. Okay, is it with yourself? But if you could get yourself out, then you would be the leader already, right? So you need somebody else. So anyway, my system and this whole thing is just to give you that these are the stages, and for anybody and everybody, whether you signed up in UK, you are signed up in Delhi, you're signed up in Bhubaneswar, you signed up in Kanpur, Nagpur, small place, big place, doesn't matter. Every human being goes through this. So did I, so will you. And then comes. So this knowledge phase, by the way, doesn't mean that after you get the knowledge, you don't need. Knowledge is a continuous, but you keep parallelly moving on to the next stage. I hope you know knowledge stage continues till the end. So there are 2 out of the 5, 6 stages that continue. One is that, and the next is what I want to talk about, which is activity. And you're like, yes, this is the next stage. And you can't, while you're crossing the other stages, this activity starts. But this is going to be a permanent thing, because please understand what business we are in. What is the objective of being here on Sunday system? What is the reason why we started up and we paid up? Let's go back to the fundamental question, like VP Dev always says. Let's go back to the fundamentals and understand why are we here? Because we accept that we are not where we desire to be. So if we have acceptance, okay, now again, please understand, a lot of the uplines will push their team and tell them, activity to kiya nahi hai, plans to dikhata nahi hai, ye to karta nahi hai. How many of you have done that as an upline? Pushing the other person, you don't do this, you don't do this. Please understand, you are pushing a person who's sitting and thinking whether I should even do this business to understand what is activity. He will judge you, man. He will quit. So most people, the sad part is most people quit in one of these stages. So if you want to check some of your sleeping IRs, old guys, I'm talking to you, some of your sleeping IRs or your downlines or your uplines or whoever who have slept, is because they have not crossed one of these stages. Check. So most people don't quit because the industry is bad. They quit because they are not able to cross these stages. So I hope you have crossed, and people who are less than 6 months, I hope you quickly cross. Don't take 6 months to cross. Cross quickly. Are you with me? Now the next stage is duplication. Now what do we do in activity? We'll talk about it. Okay. Now duplication is the last stage, and we really need someone to help us, because you need someone evolved to help you. It's not that you can understand the mechanics and duplication happens. You really need to understand behavior, body language, style. There's a lot of other things. So we'll not talk about that right now. I want to focus today and tell you, okay, on one of the stages. But before I do that, ask yourself, or let me ask you, how many of you feel you're still at acceptance stage? Let me be honest. Let's be honest. Oh, you're not? Good. And how many of you have accepted and have a belief issue? Belief either on the company or on self, that pata nahi yaar mujhse ho payega ki nahi ho payega. You don't have a problem with the company or the industry, but you have a problem with yourself fitting in there. How many of you? It could be old, yeah, doesn't matter. Belief is belief. Yeah. So see, at every stage, you will see hands start to reduce. I'm trying to go through the screens. Yeah. Now, please understand, again, I like to at least tell the uplines. My request, humble request will be, when we started school, we went to UKG first, upper kindergarten, right? Then lower, then class 1, then 2. Imagine you talking about calculus, integration, differentiation to a guy who's not even accepted this business, and you expect him to know what is prospecting and do closing. It will not happen. It's because you are desperate to make your business work. You are pushing the person. Don't do that. So a lot of us think, mujhe samajh aa gaya na, so now everybody should be like that. No, you took taken time to cross these stages. Even your people you're signing up will take that time. Now help them cross that stage. Done? So now people who have actually crossed the 3 stages or whatever, 4 stages, acceptance, belief, knowledge, and ownership, they've taken, I'm talking to you. And I assume that you have a reason, and I assume you know what you're doing. So I'm not going to get into that and remind you of why. Is that okay? I hope that's okay. So I'm talking to those people. Are you listening to me? You don't have to give me, you just listen, give me a hand. I mean, believe. Okay, cool. So now comes the most important and the lengthiest and the best and where the money comes from stage, okay, is called the activity stage. So what do we need to do? What do we need to do in activity? Plans? Yes or no? How many people agree we need to do plans? Of course, plans. But before plans, and a lot of people are like, oh God, he's going to show so many plans. So I'm not going to say that. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I first want you to understand that before picking up that phone, which is heavier than the 10 kilo dumbbell, suddenly what happens, till this stage, everything is good. But the minute you have to pick up the phone and inform people, the phone becomes heavy. How many of you agree? Yeah, baki sab kara lo, but ye phone na yaar. So I also realized that, suddenly phone becomes heavier. Yeah. And you've heard this before, but have you felt it? I have. And I realized deep down, I'll be honest with you, I was saying all this, I love this industry. But deep down, subconsciously, I had a very bad image, like low image of this industry. How many of you, we will not accept because such thodi bolna hai. But I'm talking to people who are truthful and honest. Ask yourself, are you proud of being a part of network marketing? And if you're not, that means you're still at the knowledge phase. That means you still have less knowledge. Come to QSP. Figure out, when one is proud when one sees what one can be like. Okay, जब हम जैसा बनना चाहते हैं, जब वो दिखता है तो लगता है हाँ अच्छा है. Right? When we have knowledge and understand what is the magnitude, that it's not hanky-panky business, यार. Chain बनाना नहीं है, लोगों को लेके आना नहीं है. There are a few people, let me be honest, who have spoiled the name of a beautiful industry by doing wrong things. And companies taking care of them by terminating them. I hope they do it fast. And there will be some more people from this crowd who may do that. I will request not to do that. But the question is, how can some people who do a bad way, some sweet shop that did a wrong thing, does the sweet industry or the dessert industry go for a toss? So I had a perception because of the people, some of the people I saw doing business, and I thought, "Arey yaar, this is like chipkawing a credit card, yaar, wo ye sab mein." I had a perception. So one is conscious acceptance, one is subconsciously. You and I don't know that हमारे अंदर है. हमको हम छुप के बताते हैं. हमको लगता है कैसे बताते? How do I talk? What if he gets to know? How many of you have this fear? What if he gets to know I'm doing network marketing? How many? ऐसे नागिन वाला हाथ आ रहा है. मैं हमेशा बोलता था, अरे हाथ करो ना, कोई बात नहीं. मेरे को भी लगता है. I used to talk about everything, but I used to pray. ये बस पूछना ले कि ये network marketing तो नहीं है. I hope he doesn't ask me. Because I did not know much and I was not proud of it. You understand? Okay. So event is happening. All those mental blocks can be removed, guys. If you're scared and not proud, you got to be at that event. Believe me. Whichever city you are in, come there. Okay. So of course, before plans and everything, comes informing. This whole prospecting we've all heard in the welcome, right? Learn the unstable. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. There is a bit of a lag. Okay. So I'm saying that, this whole prospecting has become so complicated. Even I have complicated it in the past. But it's actually very simple. Our business is very simple. So do you want to know the simple ways of prospecting? Do you want to know the simplicity of this? Can you hear me, guys? Hello. You can, right? Okay. So do you want to know the simple way? But before I tell you that, you have to make me a promise that whatever I'll tell you, you will go and actually implement. Otherwise, no point. No. Pakka? Promise? I'm trying to look. So let me tell you some bad news. A lot of us don't land up. So you know that when we start in the business, we talk about internal change, external change, right? So assuming internal change has happened, you made this a priority, you're doing this. Now comes the first stage where you are told to make a name list. Yes or no? Right? And many of us had a problem making the name list, but let's say we made the name list. But let me tell you, people are there in this business 2 to 3 years who have not informed everybody in that entire list of yours that you're doing something. I'm not talking about prospecting. I'm not, see what is prospecting? I'm not doing a module on prospecting, by the way, if you're thinking. Okay, but I'm just trying to get you, prospecting is about finding gold, finding that prospect, right? To who will do the business. I'm not even going there. I'm saying, unless people know that you have started, how do you think they will show excitement or curiosity about wanting to be a part of your business? Are you getting me? Sachin Baba, usko malum hi nahi hai. You are thinking he will come and he will say, bhai, tere paas kuch hai kya? How? So the first thing that we need to understand is that we actually don't even inform people that we started. Now, it could be because we have a bad perception. And when we start talking to people, what we do is we talk about everything else but the business, and towards the end we slide it in. And thoda sa side mein kuch shuru kiya hai. जिससे 3-4 करोड़ आ जाएंगे, but छोटा सा है. For people who didn't understand, I've started a side business which is 3 to 4 crores. So I want to know how many crores are you making in your main business that this is side business. Anyway, maybe you are, some maybe, but the reality is that we are not able to talk to people because we feel we have to look at them as prospect, or we talk to them only when we think isko lana chahiye ki nahi lana chahiye business mein. Ye karega ki nahi karega? Will he do it or will he not do it? Yes or no? So I want all of us to understand this, that I also did that. I had few names in my head and I thought I would only talk to them. But when I realized that actually I have to just inform people that I started, like a sweet shop. I think that example everyone has heard. I'm going to use it again. मैंने मिठाई की दुकान खोली, अगर सामने वाले को पता ही नहीं है कि मैं मिठाई बेच रहा हूँ या मैं कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? That guy also sends an invite, no? Doesn't he invite people? Postcard banata hai ya wo aaj pehle zamane mein. Today he'll put it on Instagram. He'll put it on Facebook. The launch of my new shop in Malviya Nagar. And then some people will go there, some people will say, "Arey dekho usne dukaan khola hai." Some people will be only curious to know, okay, but doesn't he inform that he started something? Does it mean everybody is going there and queuing up and saying, "Zara dena 3 kilo jalebi"? Are you with me still so far? No, right? But you are informing, correct? True or not? So we don't land up informing the list. We judge the list. Correct? So, my question is, again, ask yourself, why am I not able to tell everybody? Okay? Why am I talking more about my job? Why am I talking more about the economy? Am I trying to ignore this? Am I trying to evade the subject? If you're trying to hide it, then hide the crores also. You think you can become a crorepati hiding? Have you ever seen somebody chupke mein ban gaya ho? Unless you're doing some jhol, means unless you're doing something wrong, that's a different thing. Are you be doing anything wrong? Now, what happens when I say this? I'm scared because we'll say, "Acha, इन्होंने okay दे दिया." Now I'll go and tell everything to the person. Listen, मैंने ये business शुरू किया, network marketing में बहुत मजा आता है, बहुत लोग हैं, इधर भी है, उधर भी बहुत सारा सीखने को मिलता है. No, nobody's trying to do that. I'll tell you how to talk. I'll share that. I'm sure you know, but we'll discuss that also. We'll come to the how. But I hope you are realizing that informing people is like marketing. How many of you watch stand-up comedy? Indian stand-up, इतना सही है यार Indian stand-up. You know, Gaurav Gupta, I'm marketing him right now. मतलब by talking about, he's too good यार. वो बनियों की और पंजाबीज का करता है. You know, and I'm not, but he's too good यार. Now, what did I do? I just put this thought of Gaurav Gupta in your head. Now, many of you will YouTube parallelly while I'm writing. मत करो अभी, बाद में करना. Okay, Gaurav Gupta, हम तो सिर्फ टंडन को सुनते थे. You know, like you'll be Googling, right? Why? I did a little trailer. Now you'll go watch the entire thing. Yes or no? Whose followers have increased? Gaurav Gupta. Good for him. He should do good comedy. अच्छे लोग चाहिए ऐसे हंसाने वाले. Life में बहुत दर्द है. Right or not? So, my question is, our info call has to be like that, right? But even before we get into info call, invite, all this, please understand what we are objectively here to do. Okay, so today we'll go with a simple understanding, if you've crossed the other 4 stages, that our business is nothing but being like a magnet. Sachin bhai always says, no, right? Be that magnet. And magnet will only attract metals. And he always says this whole world is like a big garbage. Now, he doesn't mean people are garbage, okay? Don't judge him. Okay. But it's, and you're rotating that magnet. What will stick to the magnet? Metal only, no? Correct? So what is basic prospecting 101? We are looking, prospectus comes from the word of looking for gold. We are looking for gold. What is gold? Gold is looking for lookers, people who are looking to do something. We are not looking to chipkao. अरे कोई तो ले लो, QVI, 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 QVI. अच्छा ट्रिप चाहिए तो ले ले, तू ये तो ले ले, अरे गाड़ी तो ले ले भाई, कुछ तो आया है तो कुछ तो ले जा. That is like, you know what, I'm not going to say it because words also have power. We are looking for like-minded people. That's why we are all here now. Do you think the whole world is listening to me right now or dancing in the morning? Some people must be surfacing up and stretching right now, thinking, "अरे आज क्या करें यार? अभी कल एक और दिन छुट्टी है, बीवी के साथ रहना पड़ेगा. 2-3 दिन हो गया यार." I'm not saying that. I enjoy that, but I don't know about you. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? That it's a big garbage can, right? Nobody will come and ask. I wish sometimes when I was there at your stage, no, at that stage I used to think, काश इनके यहाँ लिखा होता, मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ, I am a looker. Or there was some, you know, machine, X-ray machine, which could just look at it. ये है, ले आओ इसको, पेश करो, right? And let me tell you, last couple of years, thanks to Corona, I mean, the Zoom and all this has happened. People are approaching me, yeah. Then listen, I hear that you started something, yeah. तू दिल्ली बहुत आता है यार. What is happening? साथ में कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? How many people want that to happen to you? But you know what? The basic business of ours is called networking. It doesn't say sign upping, right? Or membering, whatever. Sorry for, I can't be so creative. Okay, but you know what I mean? It's not, our business is, a part of our business is prospecting. Our business is not prospecting. Networking means talking to people. Now you've heard this before and you're like, हाँ हमें मालूम है, फिर करते क्यों नहीं हो? दिक्कत क्या है? You know why दिक्कत? Either you have not crossed these stages, okay, or you are looking at people and judging them. That's all. Or third is you're not disciplined. So, you can't hide, like I said. Okay. And people will invite who are looking, they will show up. I'm telling you. People who are looking will show up. There is no, Datosri says, there is no right way to sign up a wrong prospect. There is no wrong way to sign up a right prospect. I've had people who have seen the plan wrong, sahi, usko kuch samajh bhi nahi, keh raha, jo aap karoge, main karunga. Are aise, bhai, pagal ho gaya. Nahi, jo aap karoge, main karunga. There are people like that. Why are they looking? And I'm not talking about somebody who's a loser in life. People are doing well, but they're hungry. Are we reaching out to the hungry people? A few of us are scared because 4 or 5 plans, especially people who are less than 6 months, you must have shown what, 10 plans properly, right? Hots must have said yes or no. So you must have had a little heartache there. Okay, somebody must have shown you some negative, okay, about people who are in jail, but they have showed you them talking about people who are in jail and you're listening to them. So I don't know. Okay, either that has happened, something you've read, or your OA buddy has no. Right? So in 10 people, Sachin bhai always says, imagine a bowl, opaque bowl. Opaque matlab isme dikhta nahi. Okay, you have red stones and green stones. Very old used to say. And you have to take out one by one and put it in the transparent bowl. Now what is coming? Red, 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 red. मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, मेरा belief खत्म होते जा रहा है. Red, red, red. I'm back to acceptance stage here. मैं कर भी क्या रहा हूं, मैं कौन हूं, मैं हूं कौन? Red, red, red. QSP. Okay, फोड़ देंगे, आग लगा देंगे. Red, red, red. Are you still going to be around? And suddenly there comes a green. The problem is there is both red and green in that stone, in that bowl. But just because the red is coming, you're thinking कि यार तो business चलता नहीं है. Red means a rejection. Huh? How many of you are getting rejections? People are saying, I don't want to do this. They're not picking up your phone. I know exactly. Those are all called rejections. All right. But that doesn't mean, no. That means that the next guy was looking and you didn't pick up the phone and inform and he signed up in another team. Man, I'm telling you, there have been so many people in my team who've done the right prospecting, right info, but they did all that curiosity marketing, but they actually did not even land up inviting them. And the guy signed up in another team, and the guy said, "Tune to mujhe bulaya nahi. You never even told me about it," and he signed up somewhere else. Why? Because after 10 red, you thought the first 2 will become VP Dev and VP Sachin. Nobody said that in the system. They said find your 2. Did they say find the first 2? I mean, they can be the first 2, but it could be the last 2. My question is, you want to find that 2, but are you ready to go through that process is the question you need to ask yourself. And if you have crossed those stages, you'll be listening to me and not find this calling activity or whatever activity as a telecaller. And if you've not crossed that stage, you'll be judging me right now, and that's okay. Cross that stage, then we'll talk. You'll be the one taking the system on activity. Because I used to hate calling, and especially then came the script. And I said, अरे यार, बना ही दिया मुझे. पहले मैं मोटी थी और फिर मैंने ये दवाई खाई और मैं पतली हो. You know that? I said, यार, I'm not going to follow scripts, यार. You know. But let me tell you, there is a reason why there is a process, there's a strategy. You want growth, you want a system to be formed, there has to be a process. So the first process, okay, and let's keep it simple, okay, is that we need to inform people about it, that you have started a business. Okay, but we have to do this in a disciplined way. So your excuse-itis will go out. Many people are doing this part-time and saying, मेरा बच्चे का problem है, मेरे पति का problem है, मेरा ये problem है, वो. You know why? Because in your head, this is like, a Herculean task or a big mountain. So I'm trying to take that mountain away for people who are listening to me. Is that you? I don't know, but I'm talking to everybody. That mountain, I'm going to make it very easy today, but only on one condition, that if I make it easy, you will not go to your upline and give excuses. Promise me, give me a thumbs up, promise yourself. I'm going to make it simple. Even if you've heard this, I'm telling you, it will become simple if you're listening to me. Okay. So first, make a list of 300 to 500 people. I'm assuming you have that. How many of you have a concern? Okay, here's the question. How many of you have a concern with the list? Anyone has a concern with the list? Okay, Souvik, they will help you. So can we unmute Souvik in service? Souvik is day one. So you've attended the welcome, buddy? Sorry, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Souvik, so you've just started. How long have you started? How long back did you start?
Sir, this is my first day. I've started.
Nice. Round of applause for Souvik Karmakar.
Thank you, sir.
How are you feeling?
Very good, sir.
Have I scared you enough already, or is it fun?
No, sir. It is very fun, but I'm enjoying to learn everything, whatever the perspectives is, whatever the other things.
Okay. So tell me, have you gone through the welcome?
Yes, sir.
In the welcome, they say make a list. Have you made a list?
No, sir. I've just yesterday I've welcome to.
Okay, yesterday only. So today you will make a list, but no problem. But the thought is coming ki kahan se aayenge log, right? Where will these people come from, right? This thought must be coming. Is it coming?
Yes,
right?
sir.
Are you married?
No, sir. Single.
Okay. So do you have Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Now just hear this out. If I told you I'll give you $1,000 for writing every name,
Yes.
how many names can you write? Did you understand my question?
Yes, sir.
I will Souvik give you $1,000 just to give you a context. That's 80,000 rupees. I'll give you 80,000 rupees for writing one name. So how many names will you write?
I will write as much as I can, because this is attraction. You have give some money if you write something, then why so not?
Correct. Thank you very much. That's all. I hope everyone heard. He's brand new. We may be old, but he's brand new. Thanks, Souvik. I'll share what.
Thank
now
you
the
so
question
much.
is, that means lighting a list is not a problem. Because we think, I know you all know, that this is a prospect list. This is not a prospect list. This is a name list. Okay. Now, Souvik, for you, I would recommend you to go to and find out who your upline is and ask them to show you the business again, because you don't need 80,000 rupees from me to write per name. Okay. Because for each name, even if you write 300, you can earn $3,333 from the business. So you don't need $1,000 from me. And you know how? Ask your upline to tell you, because if you can earn $1 million in 5 years and you divide that by 300 people, it's $3,333. Okay, so you don't need more. Now, the reason many of us have that 40, 50 in our pocket here and pocket here, isse dekhenge pehle ye kar lega, ye karega. theek hai? Why? Because we are feeling they will not do the business. Okay, so I'm assuming that you have that list. Then only I'll tell you. Okay, so you make that list, and for after that, now many of you feel that making calls is difficult. How many of you feel making calls is difficult? Baba, be honest. Even if you know the script, if you're not making calls, it's difficult, no? Or is it difficult to raise the hand also? Come on. Lija and Bani are the true honest. Women are always honest. What about the men? You're making calls. Let me talk to your upline after the system. Let me ask how many calls you did yesterday. Now, see, the thing is, either we don't do anything, what Sachin bhai always says, मुश्किल काल हमसे होते नहीं, आसान हम करते नहीं. Right? ऐसे ही कुछ था ना डालो, if I got it right. So क्यों करना है मुश्किल काम? But the reason we don't do the आसान काम is either we think it's too much, or of course we are lazy. So I'll cover the laziness part in a bit. But if you are serious and you've crossed the stages, then tell me, is it easy to make 30 calls a day? No. Is it difficult? That means I don't know what you're talking in that call, because I'm only talking about informing people that you started a business. So David, to inform people, what do you have to do? Nothing. Hi, David. How are you? Kahan hai yaar? It's been such a long. You understand Hindi? No. Okay. Hey, David. How are you? It's been a while. Where have you been? How's family? Okay. Let's unmute David. Let's do it with David. Hi. Can we unmute David?
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, David. Was it your dream to speak on this large platform?
Yes.
Oh, it's happening. But listen, don't get so excited. This is just a mock. Okay, you have to ask your upline how you can come and take this training. Okay, let's say hi. I'm doing a little mock with you. Okay, so play along.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, David.
Yes.
Hi, David. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Man, I've been awesome. Yaar. I don't know. It's been so long. We haven't caught up. What's been happening?
Yes. On my part, I'm just working, and I'm enjoying my work. And you? And how about you?
Where are you working? I'm good, man. Where are you working?
I'm a teacher, and now I'm on holidays. I'm on holidays. I'm enjoying with my family and my friends.
Oh, nice. So your family's down in town. They've come down to town. Are they in town?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow. So where are you taking them?
Yes, there is a soul to the seaside, to the beach,
Oh,
and also taking them to restaurants and have lunch.
oh, but that's very nice. That's very nice.
Yes.
Say hello to them. I mean, it's been so long. I mean, I've been trying to think that, I don't know whether David's gone off the radar or David is, I don't know where you're up to. So I thought I'll just pick up the phone and call you. But it's so nice, but, so work-wise, you're saying you're on a break, right? But
Yes,
yeah, and this whole Corona and all, did it affect your work?
I know. It did not affect my work now.
Okay, so you were teaching online, is it?
Yes,
That's
yes,
wonderful.
working online, yeah.
That's wonderful.
And what about you? What is new in your life?
And what do I tell you? Now, guys, pause. This is the moment you have to wait for. Now, obviously, he's an old chap, so he's come to this question very early.
Yeah.
Okay, but the question is, this is the moment you have to wait for when he says, and what do you do? Now, this is the moment why Sachin bhai says, "Tu bola aur main chala." Matlab, you know what I mean? Ki bas tu bol aur dekh ab, right? So this is the moment when he asks, you have to wait till the person asks, what have you done? So don't be in a rush to give the information. Okay. So anyway, oh man, what do I tell you? Yeah, I mean, where I was working, right? So I was working for this American company. You
Yes.
remember or you've forgotten?
Yes, I remember.
So I've been doing that. That's going great, yeah. But it's been almost 5-6 years with them. Life's great, but for a very, very long time, I was looking for something, along with the job. I was like, okay, till when will I do this? So I've chanced upon something very huge. Yeah, it's a great, very, very big project, and it's going to take some time. I mean, it's going to take about 3 to 4 years and a lot of hard work. But I think, man, if I actually do it the right way, I can change my game, man. I can really make a few 1,000 crores, a few 100 crores. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, life's good. Rest. Jobs become like a part-time and mentally, but yeah, life's good. You tell me.
And what are you doing? You're telling that you're doing a business and all. What are you doing?
Yeah, I told you, right? I was looking for something. Anyway, why do you ask? You are happy, right? What are you up to?
No, you were just telling me you are sharing your shares. I wanted to know, just curiosity and all.
Yeah, no. So when we meet, we'll talk. Yeah, when we'll meet, we'll talk. I mean, I don't want to spoil your holiday. Your families come, you enjoy yourself, and when we meet, we'll talk. But I mean, it's in the e-commerce space. I'm how e-commerce is the future now. So we are in the e-commerce space. But yeah, we'll talk when we'll meet. Yeah. But idea was to call you and check how you are, because this whole time I've been a little busy because I'm doing a job now, started a business, so I've been suddenly anti-social. So I thought, let me make the effort of at least calling, because you're not going to call me, David. You are a busy man, so I thought at least let me be the one to call you. So
yes.
So when are we catching up? When are we meeting? What's the plan?
Yes. Call me. You can call me and we can go out. We can go out and have some drinks and coffee.
Yeah, I think we should do that. I think at least with this call, I think that we can now stay in touch. So let's stay in touch.
Yes.
And, what's happening? Where is Vernon? Do you know where Vernon is these days? Where is he?
Then our friend, our childhood friend.
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just on Facebook. We are friends on Facebook, but we are not in touch. We are not in contact. Okay.
But who are you in touch from college? Because I'm trying to figure out where are all these buggers. We used to party so much, but where are all of them? Do you have any numbers of anyone who's in Bombay right now?
I have only one friend. I have only one friend called John.
Oh, John, that bugger.
Yes.
Yeah, please send me John's number quickly. Yeah, just send me. I'm gonna call him right now, right after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hello to him. Yeah. So give me John's number and let's stay in touch. And sorry, yeah, I'm getting a call. I think I'll have to cut it short, but we'll catch up. I'm so glad, and please give my regards to your wife and a big hug to the kids. We'll catch up.
Also, yes,
Ciao,
and also
ciao.
same to you.
Same to you. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Now I wanna ask you all. Now it's not about how I did the call. What was the important thing? It doesn't matter which language you speak, what you speak. There were a few things that were needed to be covered, that I was looking for a long time. Did you notice that? Till when will I do a job? 3 to 4 crores. Please don't say $1 million and all. With David, I said that. With others, don't say $1 million because most people don't know what is $1 million. And when you imagine your zindagi mein kabhi crore ka baat nahi kiya, abhi $1 million ka kya $1 million. So don't do that. Say, bhai, kuch crore ka dhanda mil gaya hai, bahut bada cheez mil gaya. So you're creating that curiosity, right? You're also sharing hard work. Did you see? I said it's a lot of hard work. Did you see? I also shared that it will take 3 to 4 years. Now, why did I do that? Because I don't want him to think this is a get-rich-quick scheme. Yeah. So now check. Now, how long did it take? Yeah. Joel, how are you? Good to see you. How long did it take? Not even 5 minutes, no, David? How long?
Yes.
5 minutes?
Yeah. 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah.
Now 6 to 7, maybe 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Right. Now the objective of this call was like I said, I have to inform that I'm doing something, share that excitement, okay, and get a response. That's all I want to do. So what was the response? There are 3 kinds of responses. People who are new, Saurav, make a note. A response, somebody will say, oh my God, you started alone. Why? There is something for me, anything for me. He's clearly saying, I want something. Option B, like David said, tell me more. Now, a lot of people have a diarrhea here, verbal diarrhea. Actually, there are a lot of these people. This is my partners from Dubai, and his partner and upline is from there, and he joined before me, and then he's joined 2 other people, and then we are holding hands and we're going to Bangalore together. And Baba, tell them everything also what you do at home also then, right? So question is, why are we giving? Just because the guy, especially when the guy is A response, no guys, I'm talking to people who will get A responses. That's the time you're like, arey, mil gaya. He's the bugger I'm looking for. Some of them, hello, hold on, hello, upline, mil gaya. Bola lo kya? Shaam ko rakh lun kya? Shall I keep his plan in the evening? Don't do that. You are excited. I know you're excited. Cut the phone and then dance, but not while the call is on. Okay. Now, there will be somebody who will give you a C response. Hey, be careful. These days, better not to do business. It is better to keep cash and put it here because cash is king. You see what happened in free mein. You've not even asked them about their opinion, but, like everyone has one. So they will give you and they will try and save you. They are your Masiha, I'll save David. So I don't know why they want to save you, because deep down, all the 3 categories, A, B, and C, guys, let me tell you, okay, you have made them curious. Now, why I'm saying don't say anything to B? Did you see I cut the call and said, I'm getting a call, I have to go. You know why I did that? Because I wanted to create FOMO. You know what is FOMO? Fear of missing out. So Sachin bhai and Sharfun ma'am always used to talk about marriage. before I used to get married. So they used to use marriage examples. So I remember one of the marriage examples. Imagine if there's a joint family, okay, people are living in a joint family, सब एक joint family में रह रहे हैं और दो बेटियां शादी की उम्र की हो गई, two daughters are at a marriageable age, and the chacha ji calls the taya ji, the uncle calls you and says, अरे हमारी बेटी का तो रिश्ता हो गया, our daughters engaged. What do you think is happening to the one who's listening? Is he excited? Ghanta. You know what he's thinking? Inka ho gaya, hamari beti reh jayegi. There's a FOMO. Within the family also there's a FOMO. Yes or no? People would, of course, you can check. If you get a nice car and you say we've got unko, they don't worry about whether they want to get or not. They're like, inko kaise mil gaya? How did they get? So people A are less disguised. You know what is disguised? Matlab, कवच कम पहना है ए ने, तो सब he tells you the truth. He tells you, I am looking for something, tell me something. B is also looking, but his ego is not allowing him to tell you. Are you with me? B is trying to ask more, but what is it about? But karna kya hoga? What is the company? Now there will be somebody or the other who will get fixated with asking, no, you first tell me kar kya raha hai. You say, yeah, try and not give out too much. Just say e-commerce. If you don't think e-commerce, if you're again, check with your upline. This is something I've been following. If your upline says, don't say e-commerce, say distribution, say online, say whatever, you have to say that. But question is, leave him with something, but don't give out. Why? Because we are putting out a trailer here. Otherwise, he will not come and watch the entire movie. Yes or no? Second, can you explain the entire project on the phone? I want to ask anybody who can. If you can, great. Yeah. Oh, so basically, imagine there is a circle, and then one circle on the left. Basically, that is your first position, and then circle. He's like, where are the circles? He's going into circles. So come on, you can't explain the bill. Why are you trying? So overselling happens at this stage. Don't do that, because suddenly the guy is positive. You're like, sab de dete hain isko. You know, we went to Bangalore, there. And the guy's like, now he's not picking up my phone. Imagine on info call, the guy is not picking up the phone because you overdosed him with excitement. Don't do that. So if somebody is an A response and he says that, you know, even I've been looking for something, what do you tell? Oh, is it? I thought you were always in a job and you were made for a job. Really? Okay. Right now, there is nothing. How many of you feel that you can do this? Simple, no? Right now there is nothing. Now, you know, comes the next part, which is the most important part. Okay, that this is still easy. A lot of people think this is still easy. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, but the bigger problem that comes is inviting them. That we've got the response, how to invite. So I used to have a big problem, because in the invite I used to be like, what if they ask me about the company? What if they ask me about more? How will I run away? So tip number one, try and do info call and invite call on the phone. That's why it's called a call. Don't do it in person till the time your upline tells you you're ready. Because there was this bold move I made. Badi himmat karke, I thought I knew it, and I went to my friend's house and he locked the door and he says, listen, you've been building this up. You've got something, I want to know the whole thing right now. You are not going anywhere till you explain the business. And now I'm thinking, where do I run? Because I don't know anything beyond info and invite call. And now suddenly all the ESBI is running from here, River is running from here, River Story, and you know, option A. And I'm like, Tare Zami Pe is happening. And I'm like, listen, I'm not feeling well today. I'll let you. No, you will not go. You will tell. So don't try and do that, because you'll land up explaining everything, and you'll explain something, he'll understand or she'll understand something, and then khichdi will happen. Khichdi is only good when the stomach is not upset. Otherwise, it's very boring. Don't do that. Okay. So do it over the phone. Now, so I remember good days when Sachin bhai used to be in Dubai, and you know, I used to lie. How many of you lie to your uplines? Today I'm transparent and all that, but those were white lies. You know what is white lies? Unko thodi pata chalega. It's okay. Like, how will he get to know? So he would say, have you done your call? Yeah. Actually, all C responses. And Sachin bhai said, so what? Call him. And I'm like, no, but only A and B know. So I don't have a now he's like, okay, tell me the names. Who all? See, I'm like, oh, that I forgot at home because I did it, that time and that time. So don't dodge. I used to dodge. Why? Because I thought if I don't do it, it's like a job and then they will not give me time. See, please understand, this is not a job. All right. If I don't do it, I am only not reaching out. Somebody else is reaching out to my list and signing them up. So if you want to see your friends in Weekon sitting right next to you and say, "Tu bhi, do it." Because in my first Weekon, I had 11 people from my college who were signed up in a different team. You want to make that mistake? Go ahead. You'll find your friends dancing with you like this. And you'll be like, list, cutting the name. You'll have to do that. Okay. So what Sachin Bhai told me was, what is the problem, Ashish? You are trying to info and invite all in the same day. So now please understand, I had a job where I had to report at 8 a.m. So many of you who think, yeah, Ashish, you can talk all this because you are full-time. Yeah, but I wasn't full-time when I was doing it 8 years ago. I had a job to report at 8 a.m. Otherwise, my boss used to say, good afternoon. Okay. I used to sleep on Sheikh Zayed Road after association. Why? Because I needed extra time from the upline, because everything that I'm sharing with you right now is something I learned in association after 11:30, 12. Now, many of you have that problem. How can we do that? Again, if you've crossed the stage, then you'll do everything. If you've not crossed the stage, all this is Greek Latin to you. Okay. So the question is, where I did all of this, I used to get these kind of responses, but then I would come back from this thing and then I had to do info calls and then I would do invite. Somebody would say, listen, I don't want to come. Then I would be like, oh my God. And then, so all this, what Sachin Bhai said was, which I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share a screen with you. Okay. Tell me if you can see the screen. Okay. Was why don't you just do 5 info calls a day? Okay. So what I did with David, let's say David said 6 minutes, but Ursula, let's say I said 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to inform. Okay. So 10 times 5 is how much? 1 hour, 50 minutes. Actually, it shouldn't take that long, but let's say 52 minutes to 60 minutes, 1 hour. Correct. So first things first, don't do this info call in peak hours. Do it in your break time. People who are not full-timers, do it during lunchtime because it's a non-productive hour for you also. Do it at that time. Do it when you're coming back home. So I used to do it after 6:30 because I was also on the road and even my friends used to be on the road, and that's the time they're most frustrated because they're stuck in traffic. And that's the time the realization of isko kaise mil gaya? How the hell did he get something happen? All right. So do that. And he said, if you do, Ashish, 5 info calls, let's say 6 days a week, means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That means 1 hour a day. Now, is this easy to do, or doing 1 hour this, then 1 hour invite, then 1 hour this, and then 1 hour that? Is this simple to do? What I just did? Now, problem is we can't do this alone. Don't do this alone. I made the mistake. I used to do it, but the fun of doing this together in the calling hour, if you're a part-timer, you can do it in the evening also, but I used to go straight to association and do this. Sometimes I could not go to association. I would do it in my lunch break. I mean, you can discuss that with the upline, but I realized that when you're doing it in a group, like a calling hour, it's easier because when Siva is doing a call and I'm listening to him and I'm like, ye kar sakta hai, to main bhi kar sakta hu na yaar. Let me pick up the phone. So when you go to a gym and a good-looking girl comes and lifts more weight than you, even if you can't lift, suddenly some energy comes and you're like, yes or no? At least that's what's happening to me. Motivation comes, right or not? So my wife and I gym together, and so she's told our instructor, only when women come, then we'll come, because motivation is at the highest. Such an understanding wife, no? Right? So anyway, point is that you can only lift when you're together, higher weight when you're together. Sometimes you've had a bad day at work. Yes or no? Boss ne bajaya dala. He's like, ye kya hai, wo kya hai? And you're like, itne paise mein itna hi milta. You want to say this. I mean, you can't say it. It's a subtext. You're thinking inside, but you can't say it because That's your rosy roti, right? So you're like, right? And you come back to association with that energy. And you're like, a phone karna hai. So first, have a nice cup of chai. How many of you like chai? Go to association, have chai. You know, I used to carry a shirt with me and a nice perfume because I like to smell good. You know, smell good, carry this so that you don't think you're carrying your job to the next second half of the day. Just do some calls, spend some time, go home. Difficult. Trust me, thanks to do this calling hour and thanks to going to a coffee shop, I would actually do it. But if you tell me, you know, sit alone and do it, you're like, just give me time till 31st March. Once this closing of this year happens, now then you watch me. Let this quarter go, let this assignment go, and then you watch me. How many of you do that to your uplines? I'm there, upline, don't worry, but just give me some time. That sometime will never come, it's now. Because in your head, you think you have to do something. Let me become a full-time, then you watch me. You don't need to become a full-time to do 5 calls a day. Trust me, there are some of the full-timers here who don't do 5 calls a day. Okay, so you are more productive as a part-timer, trust me. When I became a full-timer, my business went down like this. I'm not trying to de-edify full-timer because I thought I had too much time. I was doing the same thing over 8 hours. Why? When you know you don't have time, finish, khalas, jaldi se karo, aage badho, yeah? Do it and move on. Why? And then Sachin bhai said, if you do 5 calls a day, which is 6 days, means you do 30 calls, right? Let me share that screen with you. 1 second. Okay. 30, you do inform 30 people in a week. Yes or no? Can you all see it? Yeah. Now, when you inform 30 people in a week, you will have mixed responses, A, B, C, right? Okay. Now on Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 days you've done this. Keep all the tough part on Saturday. It's a holiday for most people who work. Get together at around 11, 11:30. Okay, have a nice breakfast and all. Okay, meet up together because this is the time that all that anxiety, what if he doesn't come and see the plan? What if he doesn't? 1 day of anxiety is better or 7 days of anxiety is better? Are you guys there? Some people have left the building because of the activity ka baat ho raha hai. Guys, no activity, no productivity, no sign up, no money, no dreams. Huh? So I'm talking about the most critical thing again to people who've crossed the 4 stages. So when you do the 30 info calls, not everyone will be at an invite stage. Maybe 50% we will be able to invite. Yes or no? Because some people are not ready yet. Correct? Out of 15 invites, maybe you line up 8 to 10 plans. Yes? Now, people are wondering, I am not even I am a part-timer and he's telling us to line up 8 to 10 plans in a week. Switch off. Baba, line up 8 plans. You think they will happen? Yeah, I've had a scenario where I have lined up 2 plans per day. So let's say, let me just stop this screen for a second. Okay. Let's say you are a part-timer. Okay. You've got only the evening to do something, right? You got one, we said, I am okay to, when you signed up in the business, you said, I'm okay to give 2 hours a day. Yes or no? Didn't you all say, I'm open to learning, I will give time. So I'm talking to people who are still wanting to give time. If you don't put time and you think this business will work, then, let me know how that miracle went. Okay. So my question is that 2 hours, 1 hour, you've done a call and 1 plan you should do. Yes or no? Now, you're thinking, ye to ek plan bol raha hai. He's saying 1 plan, but you're actually lining up 2 plans per day. If you're doing 8 to 10 plans, then technically it's 2 plans. Baba, line up 2 plans. One guy will not come. Suddenly his wife said, no, we have to go to that wedding. He'll cancel. Or even if the scenario 1, the guy who was supposed to come at 7 p.m. did not show up. He's running 30 minutes late. but the 8 o'clock guy came at 7:30. Okay, think of it. Now you can call the 7 p.m. guy, okay, and tell him that I told you don't be late. Right. So question is, we'll also do an invite right now. We'll do a little mock. So I think you'll understand what I'm talking. So these 30 people that you have informed, now how do we invite them? Simple. You invite them. So there has been some days which have passed from, let's say, Sunday, the guy you called, it has been what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You've given him 4 days to process it. Yes or no? Yes or no, Lubna? Are you getting me? So you put that seed. Now you want a tree which will give you flowers and fruits for the rest of your life, your next generation. At least plant the tree and water it for 4 days, man. Let it be there. You've planted the seed by giving that info. Now, once that has happened, on Saturday you call and say, hey, David, how are you? Now let's unmute David again. Hi, David, how are you?
Hello, how are you? I'm good.
Good, man. Good. I'm really sorry for the other day, man. I mean, I had to abruptly cut your call, because I had to rush for some work.
Yes. Is everything
so,
all right? Is everything all right? Is everything all right?
No, it was. Remember, I told you. Yeah, all's good, man. All's good. It was just work. I've started that project, so it's all work. Anyway, do you have 2-3 minutes? I wanted to talk to you about something very specific.
Yes. I can give you 10 minutes also. I'm free now.
Okay, no, I don't have 10 minutes, but I'll anyway. The thing is, David, sorry for sounding rushed, but I have to really sort this. Something amazing's happened. Yesterday, I was sitting with my partner. Remember, I told you that I've started a business, a big business.
Oh, yes.
And you were asking me what is it all about and all that. So I was sitting with my partner and we were having a little huddle, and he told me that we are expanding in a very, very big way. And the minute I heard that, I don't know, for some reason, maybe because, I don't know, your name popped up. And, it was probably because you were asking me what is the business and all that. So I thought, maybe you're also looking. So I thought, let me just check with you that we are expanding in a very big way, David. And, we are looking for 1 or 2 more like-minded partners to work on an equal opportunity basis. But I'm not too sure whether it's for you or not, but I just thought I'll quickly check with you because we're lining up a lot of people to kind of see if they fit in. So I thought I'll just quickly check with you, David, that were you just asking me because you were curious, or are you actually looking to do something?
Yes, I was looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking. Okay, I'm just asking you some question, but maybe I can have an idea what you are doing and all, and also
okay. So
get the direction.
No. So see, that's all right. I mean, if you don't know what you want to do, that's fine. Even I didn't know. But my question is, you are looking in the scheme of things, you are looking in the future to do something of your own, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was searching for a second source of income here.
Okay. So see, that's good. Thank God I checked with you then. Because I was thinking, should I call or not? But good. So David, see, you're a good friend, and my partner is a very, very great guy, and I think he's a fun guy. So I have a good rapport with him. So maybe let me try and see if I can fix up something to at least meet up and have a cup of coffee together. Remember, you and I were anyway going to meet up for coffee. So I thought maybe let's just 3 of us sit down and see if we can work something out. What do you think?
Yes, it's okay. But you have to tell me before, because I have so many works.
Yeah, no. So I actually, in fact, I was sitting with my calendar. No, even I have. In fact, we are really lined up. I only have 2 slots, sadly. One is Thursday, 7 p.m. And one is Friday, 6:30. These are all the 2 slots I have. Is there something that you can work out?
Yes, maybe it's Friday, 6 p.m. Okay, 6 p.m.
Okay. So see, how we'll do. Great. I'll just quickly put that I'll just pencil it in. David, the thing is, see, like you said, you're not sure. Even we are not sure. So what we'll do is, keep about 30 minutes, keep about 2 hours with you. What we'll do is, I'll tell you what the thought is. The thought is, you don't know my partner. I know you, I know my partner, but you both don't know each other, right? Plus, we have to also see whether you fit into the project and vice versa. So what we'll do is, in the first 30 minutes, only we'll know whether we are going in the right direction and we are going in the same direction. Okay. So if we are not, it'll be a 30-minute meeting. You'll know what I'm doing. We'll have a cup of coffee. But in case it goes, then I think we should just finish it off in one go. What do you think? Rather than breaking it up and, doing it in 2 lots. So if you keep about 2 hours, then, we'll straight away dive into the mechanic, get into the number crunching and stuff like that. What do you think?
No, you can. I can go straight in one go. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. So then keep 2 hours. Try not to keep any engagement because, it's like you see the calendar's already getting full. And I don't know, you may have questions. He may have a lot of questions. And, this can get into, and when we get into a discussion and we have coffee, that, it can stretch. So just I would say keep that evening kind of relatively open so that in case it stretches, then it doesn't kind of pinch either of us because, to get the time again will be a little tough. Fair enough?
Yes, before you meet me with your partner, we can sit for 10-15 minutes before you brief me.
Yeah, sure. So you come, man, you come. Don't worry, let me tell you something. Whether business works out or not, David, this person, you love him, man. He is such a positive person. I hope business works out for all of us. It'll be fun for you and me for like old time's sake to work together. But even if for some reason it doesn't work, you'll definitely, man, you'll pick up so many things from him. I'm like, it's only been a couple of months, but I have picked up so many things other than business from him. You'll really like it. So don't worry. I'll be there with you and we can come 15 minutes early. We can order a cup of coffee. So don't get scared. There's no preparation required. Just come with an open mind, man. And let's hope, really hope, fingers crossed, things work out.
Yes. And also I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the name of your partner and what is he doing?
I'll tell you. See, I don't know. See, since I told you we are expanding, obviously we've got a couple of partners. I don't know which partner is going to be meeting you. Okay. So either it's going to be the one who's just come from Dubai or the one who's in, Ahmedabad. So let me have a word. Don't worry. You come. I will give you everything, man. You don't have to do any research. Okay. You're meeting me. Think of it like you're meeting me, right? So I'll give you enough about the partner, what is his background, enough about the company, everything. But let's first try and see whether we even fit in. So you think you're coming to meet me? Done?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Before you go, how's your lab has changed? Your lab has changed.
You're asking too many questions on the phone. I called you for a specific reason. Listen, when we meet, we will discuss. You'll know how my life has changed. And, don't worry. I know our catch up is due. We'll catch up. I have to just quickly make a few more calls because we're meeting a lot more people, similar profile like you. Okay.
Yes.
So it shouldn't be that, I'm not able to fill in. So, I'll catch up with you. We'll catch up. Nothing to worry, bro. Okay, yes. You come and we'll talk more at length and see you then on Thursday, on Friday, 6:30 p.m. This is confirmed, right?
Yes, Friday, 6:30 p.m.
Yeah. Friday, 6:30. No change, right? Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
First
of all, we will meet. Yeah. First of all, we will meet. Yeah. We are friends now. And then of the meeting. Hello? Is there something wrong?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
No.
So Can you? Yeah. So you lost me for like 10 seconds, right? So what I was saying was that we'll catch up soon then, David, and more questions when we meet up. And just make sure you're on time because otherwise we'll just start late and everything will snowball. So catch up soon then. I'll confirm with my partner and just send you a message. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
You can call me also. See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this was an invite. Okay, yes, I'm sure many people do better invites than this. Obviously, there was a network lag and he was asking questions. But did you get the point? I said, now this is a specific call. This is a call which needs specificity. This is the call which requires, to say, listen, I have an agenda. Right? Now let's go back to that slide. So I made such invites on Saturday. Difficult? Yes. If you do it for the first time, it will be hard. But if you do it in a group together, is it hard? No, because you'll realize your friend next door is also getting the same question. Okay. So I did that. And then from that, actually 4 plans will get executed, which is called the Rule 3. You remember Rule 3? Yeah. And from those 4 plans, at least 20% ratio. Yes or no? A lot of us say we'll do F1, F2, but we actually don't do info calls. We don't do the invites. We don't know the lineup. We don't have the executed. So it's a journey. It's a process to get to F1. Yeah. Difficult. Now imagine you have 5 of you doing this. So 150 calls, do the math, 75 invites, like that. How much? Suddenly you will realize multiplication will start to happen. But what are we doing? Oh, I don't know. I want to do everything but the calls. I just hope somebody else will do the DR for me. It doesn't work like that. We are in the business of talking to people. Let's keep talking. And I'm telling you, business is all about ratios. Did you see the funnel? What is the funnel? Funnel shows that not everyone will sign up. So if you're thinking everyone will sign up, you're in some other business, because in no business, everybody buys from everything. Even from Tiffany, not everybody goes and buys. Even from Cartier, not everybody goes. Does that mean that they are looking for you? No, they're looking for somebody who can afford them. So my question is, are you looking for someone who can buy some travel package, or are you looking for someone who's looking for you to change his life and build his business and actually make a system? So if you're looking for that, you'll have to make this effort. Right? Now, is this an effort? Daily 5 plus 3. Now, in that info call, did you notice I did something? I even took the number. You know why? I'll give you a math. Because if you do 30 info calls every week and you have a list of 300 names, in 10 weeks, your list will be over. Then after that, you will wonder, oh, what do I do? My list is over. So if you actually keep adding names like that. So what did I do when I asked David, give me Vernon's number? I actually called Vernon and said, hey, Vernon, how are you? I got in touch with David and he was telling me that, this is happening and, let's stay in touch, man. That's all. I didn't say, listen, are you looking for something? Listen, I have a business. No, I just started making a connection because I'm in the business of networking. Don't you think that 301st name added in my list because of that? So are we enjoying the process of talking, or are we thinking, karega, nahi karega, karega, nahi karega, karega, nahi karega, karega, nahi karega? If you're going to think like, will he not, man, this business is going to be hard. Because on your face, it's showing dollar. In your eyes, like Richie Rich, it's showing dollar, matlab INR, whatever. Paisa. All right. Now, I don't think I have much time. I wanted you to listen to a song. Do you want to listen to a song? Do we have time in service? Yeah. Yeah. But before we play the song, let me tell you about a bit of the song. So this whole thing that I shared with you today is called 5 plus 3. There is a reason it's called the magic script. There's a reason it's called 5, because it's easy to do 5 calls every day. It's easy to collect 3 names either from Facebook, LinkedIn, people who are in client facing roles. You meet so many people. You can just connect with them. You don't have to even give info. Just collect. Hey, listen, that's nice. Give me your number. Like, I'm not saying you have to go on the road and start collecting right now. But within the network of the network also, so many people. You're invited to a wedding which you didn't want to go. Start going to weddings. Your parents are already giving 11,000 sagan. Whether one person eats paneer butter or 2 people, it doesn't matter. They will not call and say, aapke beti ne 3 raita zyada liya tha. You go meet up with people. And if you don't like to do this, then go to the association and see how your upline does. Watch how they learn by observation. Because alone, this is very hard to do. If you're an introvert alone, I can understand it's hard to do. Okay. But tell me, is this hard? If this is hard, okay, think of another rocket science business here. If you were inventing EV cars, you would have to first understand lithium technology. You would have to, सोच के ही खत्म हो जाता है. Or is it because it's simple that you're taking it lightly? I don't know. But if you've crossed those stages, okay, the company has actually made a song on this if we do this every day. So if every day we listen to this song, if you give me a thumbs up, then only I'll make you listen to this song. Okay, in service, let's play this song.
Yeah. Don't stress, just put it to the test. Leave the rest, cause you're riding with the best. This right here is proven for success. So rule 3, the V suggests. It's really simple, break it down to 3 sections. Always keep your head up and follow the system. Empty your cup, edification, hard work, determination, dedication, and you gotta be patient. Financial freedom will be your occupation. Get ready to embark this journey. Embrace yourself and have no worries. Reach out high, the sky's the limit, but you must stick to the rules. So are you doing it? Live your dreams, the plans to action. The beat, your success, our passion. Objections, they get so subjective. Just accept it and think of the objective. It's an opportunity some don't see. It's reality. Wake up and smell the coffee. Nothing comes free. Persistence and consistency is needed to succeed. So proceed. Never quit. Never give excuses. Discipline is for winners, not losers. The beauty of it is that it can be done anytime, anywhere, by anyone and everyone. And then it gets into a chain reaction. Look in the mirror now and make a decision. So there you go, have it, the recipe. It's time to take over the industry. Change begins, we are one, believe. You got it from Chief, come on, so let's achieve.
A new life, big dreams, all looking pretty. Nothing in the world that can compare. Put your hands in the air, everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. So just to rule 3. Concrete system where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can do. Now just to rule 3. System will make you feel brand.
I know you want to listen to the whole thing, okay? And maybe after the system in service can play it so you can watch the video, or you can go to YouTube, but make sure you watch it every day. Now, is rule 3 every day that difficult? Is it difficult? No? Okay. So if it is not difficult, okay, what is coming? What is coming now? We are at a system, okay? And we have less than 5-6 days to the unbelievable Delhi QSP. I've already flown into Delhi for it. So for people who are coming, I am going to be with you dancing here as well. Okay. Why? Because I know what I saw in Bangalore, and I'm telling you, if we have seen that energy, we have that belief. Okay. Why can't we give it to people who are going to be starting up with us? Okay. So anyone who's a pending hot zone, pending OI buddy, pending plans you've shown. This is the moment to at least close one person and one bring. So can each one teach one? That's my question. Can each one teach one? All right. Each one, David, is pull one. Just one person in the next 7 days, 6 days, whatever we have. Can each of us just take a decision that let's take one? I'll tell you what will happen. You will not go alone. You will have somebody else who will thank you when they'll be sitting there and saying, thanks, man, I want to do this. How will you feel? Amazing, right? Yeah. And after that, from QSP, we've got about 5 weeks to VCon. Have I got it right? About 5 weeks. So I just put a number together. I thought I'll just share it with you. So if you do 30 info calls for those 5 weeks, so this week, technically 6 weeks are left. So this week, let's say we only put all our energies on pending closure and OI buddies and hots or whatever, whoever we can just bring in, because believe me, on the 22nd, you can't tell him, listen, there is an event. Because with great difficulty, all your uplines and we are all putting together effort, money, hard work to get you people and everybody that believe that we got from our uplines. So don't miss this opportunity. So if 30 people we inform for 5 weeks, 150 people, yes, our 50% of the list will go away by doing 5+3 every day, but we'll be doing +3 and 75 invites. 50 people will get lined up and 25 plans. If we show, each of us will have 5 signups. Now you can do the mathematics with your upline as to how much money you will make. Whether you sign up a 5 UV or a 7 UV or a 3 UV or a 10, I don't know what your culture in your team is, but you'll have 5 people. Now, some of them may not go to VCon because they don't have leave, they have young kids or their passport is not aligned. But one person signed up this week and 5 people. So out of 6, I'm saying, let's say 50% don't go. Even if you go with 3 people to VCon, that's 200% growth. Yes or no? 1 to 3 is 200% growth. Is that something you want? Imagine going with 1 left, 1 right, and you, even if let's say it's you and 1 left, 1 right, or even if it's 1 left, left, or it's 1 right, right, doesn't matter. If you go with 3 people, you'll come back and you'll triple. I'm telling you. That's the magic of VCon. Okay. So I just want to share that the first VCon was so impactful for me, 2014, that I came back and actually put in my papers. Now, I'm not asking any of you to do it. Please check with your upline if you're ready to go full time. But what I'm trying to tell you, that's the impact on the decision that I could make. So if you feel that impact you want, do you want this to be just for yourself? Are we that selfish? I mean, you can do it, but your friends and family will have to wait another 8 months. If you're okay with that, great. Or 1 year for the next event. So my suggestion is, if anything that I said made sense to you, I feel that all of us can do 5+3 every day. Are you with me? Yeah. Is it possible to do 5+3 every day? I want to see each and every screen. Yeah. Do you make that promise that till VCon, every single day, 5 info call, okay, not with myself, we'll go to the association and do this. Even if you just do that, I am telling you, your game will change and you will suddenly be a very different person and probably you'll be coming here and talking. Okay, on that account, let's watch VCon, and it was lovely talking to you. Okay, but let's watch VCon, what we are going to miss, let's in service if we can have VCon. Okay, guys. So book your week-on ticket, but I think this week, one focus, single focus, each one, each one. Are you with me? Yeah, let's do that. And from that day, 5+3 every day, 5+3 every day. Listen to that rule to 3 song. It will not, I'm telling you, it will not let you stop. And I will see you at QSP, whoever's at QSP. Otherwise, at rest, I will see you at Weekon. Thank you so much for giving me your precious time. And I wish you the very best. Let's rock it. Thank you.
मैदान फतेह
14-day loop break. That's a world record. Welcome back.
इन गर्दिशों के बादलों पे चढ़ के वक्त का गिरेबा पकड़ के पूछना है जीत का पता, जीत का पता।
इन मुट्ठियों में चांद तारे भर के आसमां की हद से गुजर के हो जा तू भीड़ से जुदा, भीड़ से जुदा, भीड़ से जुदा। कहने को सर्रा है तू, लोहे का छर्रा है तू, टूटी शमशीरों से ही हो।
कर हर मैदान फतेह, कर हर मैदान फतेह, कर हर मैदान फतेह।